Hello students, I see there's some questions about how to do homework 3, how to work in groups. So I'm going to go over that in this video. This is homework 3. As it says here, this is a group exercise, but you still have to submit your assigned translations individually so you can be graded for your work. And then I will add the points for your participation in the group project. So here are the instructions. You're going to work in your group homepage. There's a video on the prior page from a prior class on how to do that, but I guess this video will replace that. So in your group page, I'll show you how to get there. You have a discussion page, and this is where you can collaborate with your group. The parts assigned to your group are in here in this document and in the Google Doc that I'll show you in a moment. So here you'll see just a sample that you can use to start. Here's group 1, this section, groups 2, 3, and 4, this section, etc. So when you go here, you're going to discuss with your partner on how you're going to divide the translations assigned. And once it is translated to Spanish, make sure you help each other to correct both the grammar, the tildes, etc. So you can give each other feedback. As in this example, your translation necesidades básicas is missing an accent mark on the A. Or I suggest that you use para el desarrollo instead of desarrollar, something like that. So you work together, help each other, and you do that through the discussion in the area where I'm going to show you. So I'm not going to be assigning the sentences per person. You are going to work that on your own. And you post that back in your group discussion after you and your partner agree that it is the final translation. Then each one of you will submit a Word document with the translation that you were assigned as a group and submit here in the homework 3 so that you can get the points. So the document is here. We're going to go there in just a moment. But to find your groups, you go here to the left and you find people. When you go to people, you're going to open this page here. If you're not there, check first 5. This is everyone. First 5. We have other groups over here. So there's first 5 and here are the groups. You can look for your name right here if you go into the down arrow here. So you look for your name. Once you find your group, you are going to go to the 3 dots over here. You're going to click on that and visit group homepage. So you click there and now you're in the activity for group 1. There's one discussion here and you can click here because this group has already worked on this assignment. Once you are here, you will see the discussion. If you picked another group that they have not started, then it's going to look something like this. You can go to discussions and click here to add a discussion. And that's how you collaborate. This is a page between you and your group mates so that you can collaborate here. When you go to this assignment, in part 2, this is where you are going to place your translation after you work together here. Part 2 is this. One of you is going to take the lead and then go to this link, which is going to open this page right here. And as you can see, some of you have already started group 1. So you're going to take the English and then you're going to replace that with the Spanish translation here. And with the links, if you're going to change that, be careful that you do not erase the link. So if you translate from here, for example, if you wanted to change this to help me grow del condado de Orange. If you wanted to do that, you can do that here. But I'm not going to change that because that is their assignment for group 1. So if you do the translation in the Word document and you bring it here and you replace the whole thing, you're going to lose that link. So be careful when you do that and just paste this part. Make sure you keep the links where they're supposed to go. Okay, so group 1 is here. Groups 2, 3, and 4 are going to divide this section. See, here's this groups 5 and 6. So here you have 3 groups that are going to translate 15 bullet points. So quick math, the first 5 bullets, group 2, the next 5 bullets, group 3, and the last 5 bullets, group 4. Groups 5 and 6 are going to divide this section, and then groups 7 and 8 are going to divide this section. So if you only have 7 groups, then take about half of this and you're going to translate that. Again, be careful here. If you're going to translate that, make sure you do that in here and then you copy and paste the translation here or translate from here. And the way you're going to do that is, for example, here, let's do this one as an example. Orange County Head Start Inc. Enrollment is open for the school readiness program. So you would make sure you start typing here. La matrícula está abierta para el programa de preparación escolar, right? And then you delete the English, so now you have the same format as the original. La matrícula puede, and then if you want to reuse some of this, incluir, right? You can use that. Nutrición. You can help yourself with that if it's already there. Nutrición, pañales. Y fórmula. It's telling you right there. You can click on that. OCHS también. Comparte planes de lecciones en casa o en el hogar. Para niños de, notice here we want to keep the Spanish way of doing this. So it's not 0-2 or 0 raya 2, de 0 a 2, 2 a 3, and in Spanish you hardly need these Oxford comma over here, so you delete that. Y 3 a 5, just like that. Okay. After you've done that, translated your sections, just like it says here, this is what I just did. Find your assigned English section, sentences, or paragraph. You can copy and paste your Spanish translation that you did above. Delete the English part and just leave the Spanish translation. Don't have both languages, English and Spanish, because then the document is going to be twice as long or perhaps more, and it's going to be confusing. Then you can take some time to review what others have translated into Spanish, and do not make any changes to what others have already translated for their sections. Alright, if you have any questions, let me know. Otherwise, have a great